Hello everyone, welcome back to Blade Bias. I have a curse when it comes to balisong, doing the balisong news on this channel. Because every time I do a balisong news of the week kind of video where I go over the stuff that's happened in the week, the day after, the night after, even the hour after I finish recording that video, new, sometimes even more relevant news comes out that I should have covered in that video but wasn't able to because it wasn't out when I recorded the video. And it is no different than the last balisong news that I uploaded, where we talked about the 3 balisongs coming out from Zippy, from Max Ace, and from Kanto. Now, the Kanto Group Origin is kind of safe here because that isn't a price range outside of all these other announcements that have happened since I uploaded that video. But, of course, I record that video, let's just say Wednesday night, and it's set to come out on a Thursday. I don't know when the actual date was. I'm just using this as an example. I wake up Thursday morning to even more incredible news about balisongs that are sub $100 coming out. And those are the Kershaw Balanza. I think I'm Balanza. It's some weird B name. I think it's the Balanza. And the Ldy Orion. Now the Ldy Orion I've reported on before. It was being speculated about in the Balisong News Discord channel on my Discord, link in the description. And a lot of people were talking about this thing that was going to be this new budget trainer from Ldy, but we didn't really know too much else about it, so I didn't talk about it too much. We now have an official announcement of that. We have a new Ldy product that's going to feature a live blade, trainer blade, and a comb blade. Comb blade I'm very excited about, for $99. And it's going to run on bushings. It's going to run on bushings, and it's made out of 7075. So not only does the Phantom come out the same week as another sub $100 7075 balisong, but they of course announce it the day after I report on the Phantom. So that's cool. But this is extremely exciting because Ldy is definitely known for their balisongs. The Sirius V2, very, very good reception on that. Now the Cygnus. People are also really loving the Cygnus. So I definitely have faith in Ldy to deliver a quality product at that price range. And I'm super excited to see more 7075 trainers coming out for the sub $100 price range. In fact, it's crazy because I am now more capable of naming a bunch of recommendations that are less than $100 than I would be able to for like the $200 price range. If someone comes to me and says, hey, what's a trainer that I can get for $200? I will genuinely have to sit there for a little bit and think about what's in that $200 price range. Whereas before, it was the opposite because sub 100 didn't have too many options. Now it has so many options. So we have the Ldy Orion coming out at just under $100 at $99. And we also have Kershaw's new entry to the ring. Now, Kershaw isn't exactly known for their flipping experiences or their ability to make amazing balisongs. The Lucha is a stainless steel balisong that is like 5.5 ounces and doesn't flip very well. And then they released the Moonpult or something like that, which looked even worse and had similar specs and had these weird, crazy liquefied tool handles. But now we're getting something that's a little bit more, on paper at least, interesting in the Balanza. This is still a stainless steel balisong, which, I'm going to be honest, stainless steel handles need to go away. Just going to say it. They're heavy, they're unbalanced, and not too many people care about them. Specifically because this is a trainer. If it was a live blade, I would understand, because the Lucha is actually really good EDC. But this is a trainer, and as far as we know, a trainer only. So, like, can we get rid of the stainless steel handle thing? It's just not the best. But despite the fact that it has stainless steel handles, the thing weighs in at 4.6 ounces, which is actually as much as a squid trainer weighs. Now, does this mean that the Baruza? What the hell? I don't even know what the thing's called. Does this mean that this new knife is going to be an amazing flipper? No, not really, because a lot of people are concerned about the blade. It looks like it's not going to carry too much blade weight or specifically tip weight. So it could come out, and even though it's 4.6 ounces, which is good in theory, it might be horrendously handle biased. So we don't know how that's going to go. But what we do know is that Kershaw seems to be taking at least a tiny step in the right direction out of the 5-ounce club, because they really need to get out of the 5-ounce club. I think that's like the number one complaint on their products, is that they're just too heavy and not balanced the best, which is why people make aftermarket mods so specifically for the Lucha. And I'm sure we'll see the same thing for this. But I can't believe I've gone this far without mentioning the most interesting thing about the Baluza, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm sorry. It's $50, which is really good, actually. That's a really, really competitive price point. And considering that the thing on paper at least might flip well because it's weighted well, I'm very... Can I stop dropping this? That would be so sick if I could stop dropping this. On paper, at least, especially at that price, that makes it a very competitive flipper that some people might actually be interested in picking up. And specifically, Brandon made a good point in my live streams. If you want to check out my live streams, go check out my main channel, link in the description. Is that a lot of people are going to see this come out from Kershaw, because Kershaw is known for their folding knives. And they're going to see this and they're going to think, oh, it's a cheap balisong. And it might make some people aware of what a balisong is. Oh, they've got this cheap new thing from Kershaw. Let me check it out. And then they go down the rabbit hole. It's unlikely, but it's still a possibility nonetheless. Now, finally, we have another announcement from another plastic maker, Flipforge. Because as if I couldn't get pounded into the dirt enough about the fact that I missed these other two announcements just by like a day. Now, today, the day that I'm recording this, which I'm going to date this video just so if more news comes out tomorrow, I can laugh about it. It's the 10th. It's January 10th. Today, Flipforge has announced that he has finally finished designing the Edit. Now, the Edit is a balisong that is plastic but weighed like 3.5 ounces, and everyone was very interested in a heavy plastic balisong. Unfortunately, it suffered from a lot of problems with durability, which caused him to have to go back to the drawing board on it. But it seems like we are finally getting a finished design that should hopefully hold up a lot better. Now, this design is a bit lighter at, I believe, 3 ounces to 3.1 ounces, depending on what weights you put in the end. Yes, it has adjustable weights. We'll get to that in a second. But it should hopefully provide an experience that he claims is balanced like a metal trainer, but is plastic, which is a very interesting concept. It has weights you can put in the end of the blade using a T8 screw as a cover. And it just overall looks very interesting. I know a lot of people have been interested in the Edit because it provides this customizability that's really not been seen before outside of like BB Firefly, for example, in the community. And it's something that's on a lot of people's radar, specifically because it's a heavy metal balanced plastic balisong. So I'm very interested to see what comes out of that, and mostly interested to see if he has fixed all the problems. I have talked to him a few times about the design that he has, and he has gone through a lot of iterations and tried to fix a lot of different problems that you wouldn't really expect on a project like that, because it takes a lot to make plastic weighted like metal. It takes a lot to put bars down the blade or the handles of a plastic trainer. So very interested to see how that comes out, and I hope at least, for the best for him. And yeah, so 3 new balisongs that came out that I just couldn't talk about because they came out after I recorded the video. And I guarantee you the same thing's going to happen after this video. I can't wait. I wonder what news we're going to get like tomorrow or the next day. Or, I mean, this is going to be scheduled to go up in like a few days, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'll get out of your hair. Thank you for listening. The low end is getting very, very, very interesting, and I look forward to seeing how it continues to develop. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.